Hello everyone, Mr. Happy here and welcome to Happy Gaming News. This week we'll be looking at gaming news from the week of May 3rd through May 9th. So this last week was kinda light on heavy hitting news, but there were definitely some things I didn't expect to get announced. First up on that list is the announcement of Tony Hawk 5 for current generation consoles. Now, this hits me right in the feels as I remember loving the early Tony Hawk games back on the N64 and the PlayStation. Unlocking Officer Dick, doing Assume the Position, the first map being one of my favorite places to play across all of the games. This game is said to have a number of power-ups and an all-star lineup of skaters to really bring it into its element. Oddly enough though, it's coming out on the current generation console first, the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and then they're going to release it on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 later. Seems kind of like a wasted effort, no? Next up, we have an update for the MMO Wildstar. The game saw a new content patch earlier this week titled Invasion Nexus. The patch introduced a new adventure, a new raid, and 50 new collectible minions? Well, this patch surely wasn't the biggest patch, especially for a game that totes being for the hardcore MMO community. Even the raid had no attunement and was only a single boss for 20 people. However, the game is still going strong with a subscription-based model, so I'm curious to see if it continues to get bigger content patches, or if these degree of patches are going to be the new norm for Wildstar going forward. Hopefully, it's not the latter. In other news, Hearthstone has released an incredible number this past week. The hit, quote-unquote, free-to-play card game on PC and mobile devices has reached a total of 30 million users, up 10 million from just 8 months ago. With a multitude of new packs and expansions, the game has been a huge hit on live streaming platforms such as Twitch as well. I personally can't play it because, well, I like opening packs more than I like actually playing the game. Good thing there's a website that literally just lets you open fake packs just to satisfy that need. And finally for this week, let's talk about World of Warcraft while we're talking about Blizzard. Yeah, I know you guys love it when I talk about this. Well, World of Warcraft has lost almost 3 million subscribers in the past 3 months. That's it, everyone. You heard it here. WoW is dead, dying game, worst MMO of all time. It's on its way out. We can rest easy now. Alright, sarcasm aside, this is not really news to some people. World of Warcraft has a long history of dropping subscribers after the hype of a new expansion. In fact, almost every game sees that kind of problem. What concerns some people have is how fast the fall off came. 3 million subscribers in 3 months is a lot. This is their fastest fall off ever, but apparently Blizzard is prepared for such a thing. With an improved development plan meant to release expansions at a faster pace to help mitigate the fall off, it'll be interesting to see how World of Warcraft's massive MMO manages the flux of the subscriber base. As a Final Fantasy XIV player myself, I also want to see how this can possibly be implemented to Final Fantasy XIV, or if they're maybe taking a page out of Final Fantasy XIV's book of not having 14 months downtime between a patch and an expansion launch. That'd probably be a good idea. Now, of course, this wasn't the only bit of news this week, but this week was such a DLC-driven week. I mean, some people were upset that I missed announcing Xenoblade X over in Japan last month. Also, Bravely Second has officially launched in Japan at this point. Splatoon kicked off an open beta this weekend on the Wii U, on top of a bunch of other things, just mostly DLC-centric stuff. Unfortunately, just not much of this news interested me, so we'll stick to the few important things from this past week that did interest me. Thank you for watching, everyone. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share to keep up to date on all the things that I'm at least interested in the gaming news. But anyway, again, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and until then, take care.